Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm already wearing like a pajama, but whatever. Today I would like to talk to you about the differences between my country, Italy, and Switzerland, the country I'm currently living in. I wrote on my phone a few things, and those are really the first impression I had. And yeah, basically I wrote this also in Italian, and I'm just gonna go with you through this list. So first of all, it's reflection about how young people are seen here in Switzerland in the workplace. If you're young and you study a lot and you show that you are willing to learn, there are these schools in Switzerland which last maybe 6 months or 1 year, and then you get like a certificate, and all these things that you do, they count a lot in Switzerland, and they will really appreciate that, and they will trust you, and they will give you responsibilities, and you will have a better position within the company, even though you don't have a lot of experience, but you're showing that you are willing to learn. In Italy, I always seen older people being really considered better and more important, even if they don't have maybe the same schools, because they found the job easily, because before there were not so many rules and you didn't have to have this specific diploma or certificate, and you just got the job because someone recommended to you, and some people that you know work at the same company, whatever. Unfortunately, it was like that maybe 50 years ago, 30 years ago. But now things are changing, and people who really show that they're working hard receive these jobs, especially here in Switzerland. In Italy, I've seen that my country does not invest in young people. They don't see this youth, these young people, as a resource, but they actually push them so much to the limit, like, oh, you have to study, 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 and then they don't even give them a proper job because, yeah, but you don't have experience. Well, I was studying. Of course, I don't have a lot of experience. But in Switzerland, they really invest a lot of money and time in young people, and they really appreciate you if you show, that you can work hard. Then another thing that I really love is that education is really important here in Switzerland. And every single job that you want to do, you have to study. You will maybe think, you don't have to study to work in retail. They want you to have a diploma, at least 3 years for that. You actually learn how to deal with clients, and you learn a lot of interesting things also about economy, about languages, whatever. And to be honest, I find this extremely good, because every single place you go to, you will always find someone professional who knows what they're doing. In Italy, unfortunately, it happened to me several times that I went to to the bank, and I always found people frustrated, unprofessional, really, really rude. And actually, you should learn a little bit how to deal with clients and how to work better, and not that you always have to call some kind of supervisor because you don't know how something works. You are really prepared and you feel confident in what you do. Also, kids who go to primary school, or they are even younger, they already get education about the road rules. You will see in Switzerland very easily, which kind of freaked me out at the beginning, but then it became normal, that young kids, really very, very young, they go alone and they cross the roads, and also they know how to ride a bike properly, especially if they have to ride maybe in the city, or there is a roundabout, which are very dangerous if you don't know how to actually drive. Actually, there are like police officers, and they look at them and they kind of get tested. It's like giving your driving license. They really see if you can understand the danger of, riding a bike on the road with other cars. In general, the roads are safer than in Italy, so you can ride a bike without a problem, and people actually respect the rules. In Italy, it's sometimes a little bit chaotic, and people get way too frustrated. In Switzerland, it's way less. Of course, there are people driving bad and, I don't know, being frustrated because they are just stressed, but usually it's not as the same level as in Italy. Another thing that I really loved, and it's also about transportation, but in this case public transportation, is that every single place is really well connected. There is a bus or a train maybe every 10 minutes, half an hour, whatever, and all the time, also during the night, especially the weekends, which means that you don't need to rely on a car, so spend money on a car or have a driving license to actually go from one place to another. There's always a way. And this got me really thinking about how many terrible car accidents happen every year in Italy, and that's because people drive while being drunk. And you will tell me, well, that's not about the system or about buses or trains. It's about responsibility. And I'll tell you, right, you are right. But at the same time, if you don't give the option to kids to actually take a bus or a train to go to the club, because there are none, there's nothing, literally you need a car to go there, then you're actually not giving them any other options. And if they are irresponsible because they are kids, they will drive while being drunk. So I don't hear a lot of news about car accidents here in Switzerland because of people driving drunk, because they have these trains and these buses, so kids, and teenagers and young adults, people know that there is this option, so they will leave the car at home and they'll be like, I know I'm gonna drink, I'm not gonna be able to drive. Or they won't say, no, I'm definitely not going to drink because I have to drive. They'll be like, I'm just gonna take the bus in case I'm gonna drink something. It's always about giving the option. That's what I think. Another important thing, it's about the planet. So here in Switzerland, there are a lot of landfills and dumpsters, and you can just bring your own garbage and separate everything. And these kind of things are literally everywhere. So it's difficult for you not to recycle, because you get the options. It's like really in every single village or in the city, there is always more than one dumpster, and you can divide everything so nicely without paying. And you pay only for specific special stuff that you are throwing out, and it's maybe made of a specific material and there is no chance to actually recycle that, whatever. So you pay just for that. So you save money and you save the planet, which I found really good. In Italy, it's really not that way. In Italy, you see garbage almost everywhere, and I don't know, it's not that clean as it is here in Switzerland, and people do not recycle that much in Italy. Another nice thing that I noticed here in Switzerland, you won't believe me, but until now I've never seen a dog or a cat that was like just on the road without any owners, just abandoned animals or animals that never had a home. Unfortunately, in Italy, I've seen many. I've seen cats or dogs being so skinny, and you could tell that they were starving and they were sick and they had bruises or cuts everywhere because nobody would take care of them. In Switzerland, they really take care of animals. They're really strict with the rules. In Switzerland, it's extremely important that the cages are big enough for the animals, and the rules are really specific. Like even for small mouse or hamster, whatever, you need a huge cage. So you gotta respect the rules, and I think it's beautiful because they really care about animals and the environment. Another thing that I like, it's about the safety of the roads. So I find sometimes this a little bit annoying, but eventually it's for the best. In Switzerland, they always work on the roads, because in Italy, they do not always get the work done on roads because of funds that are missing, like they don't have enough money. Therefore, there are a lot of accidents, which I find crazy, like you should prevent not then deal with the consequences. So as you can see, it's about sometimes the small differences. So it's about caring more and planning in time in order that you don't have to actually, fix things, but you are preventing them from happening. That's what I really love about Switzerland, like their organization. And some people could say, well, sometimes it's too much. It's always work and study, study and work. But it's easier here to live. And it's not true that people here are cold or, I don't know, rude. I would say the opposite. I always found Italian people sometimes more rude. It really depends on the situation, of course. So I know that to compare Switzerland and Italy is not that fair, because Switzerland is a smaller country. Because in Italy there are a lot of differences. Like in the north, they live on economy and fashion, whatever, and in the south of Italy they live more on tourism and food and entertainment. Every single region in Italy has a story and has its own tradition and its own rules. Like, it's not easy to make sure that everything works right in every single place and city in Italy. I do get that. But the system in Switzerland works, and I would love to see Italy that organized. There are so many things that should be fixed in Italy, and I wish I could really make a difference, but it's not up to me. It's up to the people in Italy. I always say this, that Switzerland is in this way because of its people. The people have the right to say what they think, and they have a voice, and they really try to make a difference, and they say, no, this doesn't work. And so Switzerland really, the government really listens to the citizen. Not always, of course, but in the majority of the cases, I see people really making a difference for their country, and it's the people who make Switzerland, not the government, who is so really well organized. In Italy, there are a lot of people, especially young people, who are trying to make a difference, but nobody really wants to hear them. That's what I find sad. That's probably one of the reasons why I left Italy. But I really, really would love to do something to help my country be greater, because it's a beautiful country. Italy is one of the most beautiful countries. We have everything. We really have to make something in order not to, I don't know, destroy everything that we have left. So I hope that this video was not too sentimental and philosophical, whatever, but it's something that it's really important to me. Like, Switzerland is becoming my new country, but Italy is in my heart, and I grew up there, and I wish I could do something about it. I do not want to be like, I don't want to have nothing to do with Italy. I'm just gonna leave and stay here in Switzerland because it's better. I'm not the kind of person. I wish I could do something, and maybe with this video I could make a difference. I don't know. But if you liked it, you can subscribe to my channel, give it a like, comment, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!